What you're looking at here in this video is a combination model, or what some people call a consolidated model inside of Navisworks. And basically it's a model made up of different submodels. In this one, if you go up under the Home button, if you go to the Selection Tree, you'll see that this particular model is made up of basically 5 submodels. You got something that's called, in this case, a combo structural, which is probably, the structural steel and the concrete and the walls and whatnot. You also have an HVAC model. It looks like a fire protection model, a plumbing model, an electrical model. Again, all these models, what you're looking at right now, are consolidated together. But you can go under this selection tree and you can go to these various models and you can hit hide. All right, and by turning off the combo structural, what I have here is, again, now just these 4 other submodels. So let's say I go ahead and I turn off the HVAC, and I'll turn off the fire protection, okay, and I'll turn off the electrical. So all I'm left with is then the plumbing model, which then I can, take take a look at here. Pan up here, and you're in and you're seeing, again, the various stacks and whatnot in this plumbing model. You can walk around through it. You can, do various things. But that's again tied in with the navigation system, because sometimes it's easier to walk through a particular model, and you can see the stacks and the piping and so on and so forth. So that's interesting. You can go again to the selection tree if you want. You can turn stuff back on. Just unclick, the hide button, and here I've got, some sort of electrical unit there. I can unclick the fire protection, and now the red up here was the fire protection, and so on and so forth. So that's sort of a nice thing that, again, you can do. You can see when I bring in the structural model with the walls and everything, how it blocks everything else out. So that's a pretty good tool. One of the other things, I'll turn this selection tree off. One of the other things that's sort of interesting, I think, is let me turn this around here, and I'll bring this down, is every once in a while it becomes interesting to come into the model and use what they refer to as sections. So let me get closer to this model, and I'll show you how the section tool works, because that's I'm using the fly through model right now, or the fly through navigation tool, to take a closer look at the model. Okay. Alright, and I'll grab this down. Okay, so what might become nice sometimes is to take a section, and under the viewpoint, I'll have enable section here. Now, again, I'm probably maybe a little bit too close. Let me pull this down. You can see that there's a sectioning tool up here, and the sectioning tool basically has, like an x-axis, a y-axis, and a z-axis if you look at it. And let me try to sort of rotate this around, and you can sort of see it there. So you can see how it has, this, let's call this the x-axis coming out, the y, the y-axis or the z-axis going up, and so on and so forth. So anyway, what some people like to do is they like to take sections, and they like to work with this section tool. So the easiest thing to do is for the section, you can see as you get over one of the axes, it allows you to grab that axis. So the axis becomes yellow, so, or sort of lighter color. So what you can do here is, and again, I'm going to pan up just a bit. What I'm going to do here is, like, I'll take this, you can call it the z-axis if you'd like, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this down into the model. Okay, and I'm going to lower it, and you can see what happens when I lower it. You know that it's sectioning pieces of that model away. So now I'm raising it, and it's like cutting it off at that Z level, let's say. So again, as I lower this down, you know, pieces of that top structure start to go away, and that's sort of nice in the fact that, again, you know, if I want to fly through now and take a look at something without the rest of that structure there, it becomes sort of nice. You can do the same thing, you know, as you come out. You know, you can do the same thing in the x-axis. You can also do the same thing in the y-axis, the z-axis. You can do all those different things. So again, sort of interesting, and it's a helpful tool there.